Well, hello, Internet. Hope everyone out there is doing great. Here we are at AutoDrill, and in front of me I've got a 1000 series AutoDrill. Just to give you an idea how big this is, there's my thumb, and it's not a forced perspective. I'm actually touching the drill. So we have a tiny drill here. We can put any motor on the back of this we want. Of course, it's limited to horsepower because it's such a small unit. Fits into tight places, has an ER11 standard spindle and collet chuck on the front. There's no collet in there now, but imagine this is an industry standard right here, so you can get up to a 1/4-inch tool in there. This bugger can go up to about 12,000 RPM, depending on the drive in the back. And of course, it has a feed control built right into it, made by Kinechek, Deschner, the best in the world. So this unit here has about 2 inches of stroke, has about 1 inch of feed control in most cases. And in this case is being used to make professional combs for Crest. And so Crest makes these combs for professional barbers around the world. You would think maybe that this comb would be molded around that steel. Well, guess what? You get better quality when you mold a solid piece of plastic. Then you drill a hole in the plastic and you insert the metal. Right? And so I want you to see that these small holes, which are filled right now with the steel, are being drilled by this unit. We've been selling units to them for years. This unit happens to be a backup unit. They've actually worn out a drill, which is super rare for an auto drill, but they do so many. Imagine how many combs they sell around the world, right? So we would just love to provide a tight space, small unit, all the way up to our gigantic drills with thousands of pounds of thrust for any application you have. 1 spindle, 2 spindles, 40 spindles. You let us know. We can stroke them all with one motor. We can stroke them with individual motors, just about any RPM that you need, and with industry standard parts. So one of the cool things about the 1000 series, 2000 series, and 5000 is that these are what we call componentized, right? So you've got the collet nut out here with the spindle that's in place. If I take the snap rings out of the front of this unit, you can replace this spindle in about 2 minutes. If you happen to have limit switches on this drill, they would be bolted right to the side of the unit back here, right? There'd be some extra holes on here that we put in, and it's on the outside of the drill. So what happens if somebody comes along, breaks your limit switch? You got a couple screws, you take it off, you fix it in 2 minutes. The Hydra Speed, they never break. But let's say somebody hits this thing with a hammer, something like that, they break the Hydra Speed. One, take a picture, you'd be one of the first, one of the only. But if they do, look at that, 2 fasteners replaced. So we try to make these units as reliable as possible from the get-go, as serviceable as possible from the get-go, and very simple. So in the back of these units, like I said, we can put any motor on here we want. We build an adapter for this area. There's a drive spline in there that it interfaces with. We build an adapter for that, and everything just goes together lickety-split. This thing will stroke back and forth super quick. We've got plugs in here right now, screws, right? So I can't stroke this thing very easily, but if they weren't there and this was hooked up to a compressor, I can get this thing going back and forth 2 and 3 times per second if I really wanted to. We would love to serve you. Give us a ring, 800-871-5022, on the web at autodrill.com. Of course, you can also check us out internationally, autodrill.com.au over in Australia, or autodrill.m as in Mary, X as in X-ray, for Mexico. We would love to help you. Now, I'm tempted to pick up one of these combs and put it through my hair, but you can't see me. I really don't have any hair, so you can pray for me while you're at it too. Thank you so much.